In the intricate dance of human interaction, boundaries are often the unsung heroes. They are the invisible lines that define our personal space, both emotionally and physically. Yet, many of us navigate life without fully understanding their significance. Why do boundaries matter? And how do they shape the essence of who we are? Imagine, for a moment, the walls of a house. They provide structure, security, and space. Without walls, there is no home, only chaos and exposure to the elements. Boundaries in our lives serve a similar purpose. They protect our personal integrity and help us maintain our identity in a world that constantly demands more from us. From a psychological perspective, Sigmund Freud emphasized the importance of boundaries in the development of the self. He believed that boundaries were crucial in distinguishing the self from others, allowing individuals to form a coherent identity. This process begins early in life as we learn to separate our own needs and desires from those of our caregivers. As we grow, our boundaries evolve. They become more complex, influenced by our experiences, relationships, and societal norms. But what happens when these boundaries are blurred or non-existent? Without clear boundaries, we are susceptible to manipulation, burnout, and a loss of self. Carl Jung, a contemporary of Freud, suggested that boundaries are integral in the journey of individuation. Individuation is the process of becoming one's true self, integrating the conscious and unconscious parts of the mind. By setting boundaries, we create the space necessary for introspection and self-discovery. Boundaries also play a vital role in our relationships. They establish expectations and define acceptable behavior, fostering mutual respect and understanding. However, the fear of conflict or rejection can lead us to sacrifice our boundaries, resulting in resentment and dissatisfaction. Consider the wisdom of the Stoics. They teach us to focus on what is within our control. This includes our boundaries. By defining and maintaining our boundaries, we exercise agency over our lives. We decide what we will tolerate and what we will not, creating a life aligned with our values and needs. Yet, setting boundaries is not always easy. It requires self-awareness and the courage to communicate our needs. It involves saying no, even when it's uncomfortable, and prioritizing our well-being over the approval of others. This can be particularly challenging in a society that often equates self-sacrifice with virtue. Alfred Adler, another influential psychologist, emphasized the importance of social interest and community. He believed that healthy boundaries allow us to engage with others authentically, fostering genuine connections. Without boundaries, we risk losing ourselves in the pursuit of belonging, sacrificing our individuality for acceptance. Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, highlighted the significance of finding meaning within our personal boundaries. In the face of adversity, he discovered that boundaries provided a sense of purpose and resilience. They allowed him to maintain his dignity and humanity amidst unimaginable suffering. Boundaries are not walls meant to isolate us, but bridges that connect us to others while maintaining our sense of self. They are dynamic, requiring regular reflection and adjustment as we grow and change. By honoring our boundaries, we create a foundation for a balanced and fulfilling life. In moments of reflection, consider your own boundaries. Are they clearly defined, or do they shift like sand in the wind? Do they protect your integrity and honor your values, or do they crumble under pressure? Boundaries are not a sign of weakness, but a testament to our strength and self-respect. They are essential tools for navigating the complexities of life, guiding us toward healthier relationships and a deeper understanding of ourselves. Let us embrace the power of boundaries, recognizing their role in shaping our identity and fostering genuine connections. In doing so, we honor our journey of self-discovery and the delicate balance between autonomy and connection. As we conclude this exploration, let us carry with us the knowledge that boundaries are not limitations, but opportunities for growth and self-realization. May we find the courage to assert our boundaries with kindness and clarity, creating a life that reflects our truest selves. Now, let's delve deeper into the hidden patterns that boundaries weave in our lives. Consider the way they subtly influence our decisions, our interactions, and even our emotions. Hidden within the fabric of our daily existence, boundaries shape the way we perceive the world and ourselves. They are the quiet architects of our reality, setting the stage for our personal narratives. Every time we say yes or no, every time we choose to engage or step back, we are drawing these invisible lines. The hidden pattern of boundaries is that they are constantly at play, even when we are not consciously aware of them. They guide us in navigating social dynamics, protecting our emotional well-being, and fostering a sense of inner peace. Understanding these patterns can empower us to make more intentional choices, to live with a greater sense of purpose and clarity. Now, let's explore the psychological reasons behind why boundaries are so crucial to our mental health. At their core, boundaries are about self-preservation and self-definition. They help us manage the complex interplay between our internal world and the external environment. Psychologically, boundaries are a form of self-care. They allow us to conserve our emotional energy, to prioritize our mental health, and to establish a sense of safety in our interactions. When boundaries are respected, they create a nurturing environment for personal growth and self-exploration. But when they are violated, they can lead to feelings of anxiety, stress, and even depression. The psychological reason for setting boundaries is deeply rooted in our need for autonomy and control. Our brains are wired to seek balance and stability, and boundaries provide the framework for achieving this equilibrium. They help us navigate the complexities of human relationships, ensuring that we remain true to ourselves while engaging with others. To illustrate the importance of boundaries in everyday life, let's consider a common scenario: the workplace. Imagine a colleague who frequently interrupts your work with requests for help. Without clear boundaries, you may find yourself overwhelmed, your productivity suffering as a result. However, by setting boundaries, you can communicate your availability and protect your time and energy. This not only benefits your well-being, but also enhances your professional relationships. When boundaries are established and respected, they create a harmonious work environment where collaboration and mutual respect thrive. Boundaries are not about shutting people out, but about creating a space where everyone can coexist peacefully and productively. Finally, let's reflect on the practical aspects of setting and maintaining boundaries. The first step is self-awareness, understanding your own needs, values, and limitations. This requires introspection and honesty, a willingness to confront the areas where boundaries may be lacking. Once you have a clear understanding of your boundaries, the next step is communication. This involves expressing your needs and expectations to others, assertively and respectfully. It's important to remember that boundaries are a two-way street, requiring both parties to engage in open and honest dialogue. Practically speaking, maintaining boundaries also involves regular reflection and adjustment. As we grow and change, our boundaries may need to evolve as well. This requires flexibility and adaptability, a willingness to reassess and redefine our boundaries as needed. In conclusion, boundaries are not merely invisible lines, but essential tools for navigating the complexities of life. They shape our identity, foster genuine connections, and guide us toward a deeper understanding of ourselves. By embracing the power of boundaries, we can create a life that reflects our truest selves, a life of balance, fulfillment, and self-realization. As we journey through life, let us remember that boundaries are not constraints, but rather the framework within which we find freedom and authenticity. They allow us to define our own narratives, to choose how we engage with the world, and to cultivate relationships that are meaningful and enriching. In a world that often blurs the lines between self and other, let us honor the invisible lines that define us, and in doing so, discover the profound strength that lies within.